get the synth sound that's behind the track. We Found a Love, Rihanna in the charts right now. You should get that synth sound. And the synth sound's interesting actually on the track because it's made up of several layers. And that's often what will be happening in the studio. And of course, I always do this so that you can do it using the stuff that you get with Pro Tools. That doesn't mean that that's how they did it. This is just how you can get that kind of sound if you're using Pro Tools. So here we go then. So what it's made up of actually is 3 sounds as far as I can gather. The first one is an organ sound. And let me just play you it. I'm just going to solo it. And then layered on top of that is a kind of bright sound. So we get this sound in. It's giving you all that kind of splash and synth around it. Now the third thing you have then is you have this kind of polysynth sound, giving you that front end. That's giving you that kind of stabby sound at the start of it. And when you add them all together, you end up with this sound. Then right at the bottom there, there's the thing about Rihanna, a lot of her production at the moment has very subsonic bass going on. It's hardly descriptive at all. You can hardly hear it most of the time. And if you put it in the track, I'm just going to play you the bass for the second. You get it right down there in the low like that. And then you put the kit in as well. It's the same with her kick drums. The kick drums are really low. They've really got a lot of decay on them, so they hang around for a bit of time, and they're layered as well. So to get the kick drum, I think I've done as well, is I've come into Boom, and I've done an old trick that some of you may or may not know, that if you come here and to this end bar in the name here and click that, if you hold down the Alt key when you click it, like that, and it'll say Boom once, then you come down here, you'll end up with all the parts that you need. And you can put them on any part of Boom then, which then means now I'm using the rim as well as the kick to do kick drums. Let me just show you that in. So I've got this. That one's doing the click end, the front end click. This one's doing the decay. And you end up like that. Dr. Dre does that a lot. He stacks his drum sounds tool with lots of different parts, and then you end up with much more comprehensive drum parts. Now that's not exactly the drum part, but it's the part that is sort of put together partly from the track, just to put the synth back into context. And you end up with this. Now the next thing I do as well then is, if we come back to the synth sound, I've put a compressor limiter on it. That's it normally. And with the comp, just lifts the sound up a bit, and I'm using the compressor with the gentle limiting setting. And on the kick as well, the boom, I'm using the compressor limiter, but this time I'm using the kick thump. I've pushed the gain up a bit harder as well. You see, it really helps the kick to ring through then. So there we are, using just the stuff you get with Pro Tools when you get it out of the box. That's how you can get that Rihanna synth sound from that latest track, We Found a Love. Thanks for watching.